watching Thrifty Kaniffy. Hello everyone and welcome to Thrifty Kaniffy. Well, today we're going to be taking a look at a brand new series of knives from Rough Ryder called the Spades series. This one in the black Appaloosa bone. Let's take a quick look at the packaging here. We have the Spades logo for the series, RI spelling on Rough Ryder there. On the side we have the 30th anniversary Tang stamp they're going to be using for this series, and their slogan, always high quality handmade pocket knives. On the back we have the website information, and then on the bottom, China, the country of origin, and our cancer warning here, and our model number RR2485. Magnetic style closed box with the logo at the top, again the RI spelling, the bag the knife came in, and the felt line cutout, and that magnetic style close. Alright, so let's get straight into the knife. We've got a 3.5-inch closed design here on this brand new design from Rough Ryder, this Coke bottle pattern. Now they've had other Coke bottle patterns in the past, but not like this, so this is new. And you've just got a stunning knife. Great value for this knife. I think you'll find that the price for $17.99 is just phenomenal. The price over at Chicago Knife Works is $16.37, so under $17 or $18 depending on where you buy it. One of the best value knives I've seen in quite some time from Rough Ryder. It's just really well done. The execution is really, they pretty much just done everything they set out to do, I think, with this knife. So let's take a close look. We've got nickel silver bolsters on either end here. We've got the single thread there on both bolsters. Looks really good. I like the shape of these bolsters on both ends. Of course, the Coke bottle pattern is named so because it does look like a Coke bottle, and you can see there. And then we've got this wonderful spade inlaid shield. Really like the design choice there, and they're calling this the black Appaloosa handles here, and it does looks very much like the coloring on an Appaloosa horse. And that's not the first time that knife makers have made use of the Appaloosa name to describe the handles, and this is very much in that vein. Just a very sort of it's black dye over top of a white smooth bone, and then it's made to look kind of grayish because it's just a light dyeing. It's not a heavy dyeing. You have a lot of transition in color. You can see on the back, again, not exactly identical to the front, but it very much in the same pattern style, so it looks very consistent to me as far as the coloring. It's not too heavy. A lot of light to dark transition, so really well done on both sides. Now the fit and finish is just fantastic. I'm not feeling any stepping. I'm not feeling any of those pins. Those pins, by the way, are nickel silver, and I'm not feeling those at all. It's just really smooth across the length. About the only thing I'm feeling here is just the lines in those threaded bolsters there, but the handle looks really well polished and smooth, and the edginess is just non-existent. So the fit and finish, I can't say enough about an $18 knife. I really can't. Even like the gapping, there's none there. Just the brass liners there and the stainless springs. I'm not seeing anything to even point out as to an issue. And again, $18 for this, right? And we've looked at case knives. We just looked at that sow belly, and it had a larger gap than I can find here, and that was an $80 knife. So to find one like this for $18, I would think that they've done their due diligence and their quality control is pretty tight. Let's take a look at the springs, or excuse me, the blade centering here. We've got pretty well centered blade on this left side. The other side, not as much. Kind of leans to the left, but it's not hitting the liners or anything. And you can see we've got a liner in the middle that separates the blade. There's not going to be blade rub there or anything. And they aren't, they're not rubbing the liners. You can see the nail neck access on the front for the main blade is here, and then for the secondary blade on the back. So let's do look at the main blade. We've got a half stop. That pull is about a 7.5, right in there. Clip point blade, mirror finish. Some swedging there on the blade. And then a match strike pull. No etching on the blade, which surprised me a little bit. I thought with this series, they would probably go with some blade etching, but I'm kind of glad they didn't. I don't think we need it, and maybe they listen to feedback on that, maybe not, I'm not sure, but it's good to see that they didn't use it, because I would have expected it, to be honest. So if we look at the blade edge, it looks to be pretty consistent, a little heavier here at the top than the bottom, but overall I'm not complaining. That looks pretty good. Another look at that master strike pull. There's a look at the profile here, top down. There's a look at that blade stock, and of course you can see the heaviness of that swedge. It does taper it pretty aggressively. And then we look at the blade edge on the other side. We can see it's not quite as good as the other side, but not terrible. Pretty consistent. A little heavy at the edge, or the end here, the last half inch or so. And there's our new tank stamp. See if we can get a better look at that. There we go. 30th anniversary Rough Rider. I like the design of it. Doesn't offend me. I just always wonder why they switched to tank stamp. It's only going to be used for a short period of time if they're really intent on only keeping that for the 30th anniversary year. So, but that's an interesting choice that they decided to go with that. I think it would just have been maybe a way to save money by not doing that, but again, I just miss my horseshoe tank stamp. So, if they'd have done that, that would have been great. But in any case, yeah, really good clip point blade. Nice pull on it. Good blade action. Feels really good in the both positions when it locks in. So that's not going anywhere. That's just solid. So on the back, you've got the 440A, which I believe is the first time that they've actually denoted the 440A. Now they have the 440C when they use that. And then below that, the model number. And then below that, what you can't really see, it says China. See if we can kind of maybe just get the corner of it there. I'm not sure it's showing, but it does say China below it. All right, so let's measure our blade here. We're looking at a 2 7/8 inch total length to the tang to tip. And then about 2 5/8 inch cutting edge. So that's going to be completely UK legal. And just really good fan of that that clip point blade. It has quite a bit of body to it, more than say a sow belly would. A little taller top to bottom. So it's a really good blade shape. Very good overall user. All right, so let's flip it around here. Now we've got our coping blade. Now this blade has got like an 8.5 pull. So it's got a serious amount of pull strength on it. You're going to need, a nail or something to get that open. It's not going to be for the light of heart. So this one's got a 2-inch blade length total from tip to tang, and then a cutting edge about 1 3/4 inches. Very consistent blade edge on this one. Very sharp tip. Again, you got the match stripe pull and that new Rough Rider tank stamp. If we look at the other side, that seems pretty darn consistent. Really happy with the grind on that blade. And that looks like it'd be a really good user. Cannot move that with your hand. It's just super tight. 8.5, I say. Listen to this. Yeah, just a lock up. Just snaps in there like a bank vault. Very well done. I enjoy like a stronger pull. I know some guys don't, so I'm just going to give you a fair warning. If that is not your thing, this may not be the knife for you, because that pull on there is pretty stiff. But overall, I enjoy that, and I don't think it's too much to manage. I just think you need to concentrate a little more when you open it. I like to rotate mine. I'm left-handed. It just feels more comfortable doing it that way. But you can do it like this as well. But yeah, nice half stop and great blade action on that. So about a 7.5 on the main blade, 8.5 on the back for the action. Again, fit and finish, just phenomenal. Let's look at the springs in the open position. That's pretty darn smooth. Pretty much like it is in the closed position. Let's try the other blade. Yeah, I would say it's even smoother with the secondary blade. So yeah, that's plenty good. Now you get plenty of handle grip. Now, I got probably another pinky finger could fit on there if required. So pretty large hand should still be able to accommodate this knife. And again, my main complaint is just the comfort. Those are kind of hot spots, even with both blades, really. I mean, it doesn't really matter which blade you're using. They both kind of have that hot spot there in the middle. So for heavy use, long-term use, you know, if you're going to be doing a bunch of whittling, this is probably not the knife for you. But just for normal use, I don't see it being a problem. But that's going to be my review, guys. I think this is a fantastic value. I give this one 2 thumbs up. The price just is just amazing for what you're getting here. A brand new design, one that's a really good size for carry, I think, and just a really attractive handle material, great inlay, everything about it. The blades are great, very sharp. Blade edges are really good, fit and finish. You know, no gaps, just all around, just phenomenal. Now I will say this would probably have to go into a large slip. Just the thickness of this is a little more chunky than most, and it's got a little more heft to it. It's about 3.5 ounces. So yeah, that's right at 1/2 inch wide, and so you're just going to have a hard time fitting that into a medium slip. So you're going to have to go with this large slip if you want to use the Rough Rider slip. Yeah, the medium one is just well, I can show you, but it's just not going to work. Look at the medium slip. Yeah, it's just too much. It's just too big a boy to go down in there. A little too thick. So yeah, I would stick with the yeah, now I can't get it back out. I would stick with the large slip, and I think you'd be good to go with that. But that's going to do it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the review. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be made aware of videos when they drop. We will see you next time. Take care.